Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Cincinnati Man. I'm back. I'm talking about episode 4, season 6 of Love is Blind. We're gonna do something a little bit different this time. I'm gonna flip it. The last episode, I was like, I'm gonna do the most stable. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna go this way. AD and Clay. At first, I was annoyed about little things that AD's cattiness about her trying to be the victim in a situation with her and Matthew when she was clearly trying to choose between him and Clay. In life, you have to move on. So let's move on. Because I was being very petty in the live watch. It was bad. It was bad. I'm not even going. Anyway, um, it's great to see Clay. In order to be a well-rounded person in life, you have to be able to not only admit your faults, but also be willing to say, to work on them, not say, to work on them, to be an active participant in saving yourself. And that's what he's done. And I hope he's genuine. You know, I remember Trevor was like, "Why is he here? It doesn't make no sense." And he's like, "Yeah, I believe him now. He's very open. He's very he's become more well rounded in knowing who he is as a man and his insecurities." He proposed, and I didn't think we was gonna get this episode, but we got it. It was very wonderful to see them get together. And look, wait, hold up, wait, I forgot this. Look, when he was like, I'm nervous about the physical. I was like, brother, you should be nervous. Like, hey, Clay, you should be nervous. He was nervous about the physical. Like, what's he gonna look? I was like, brother, he just like her. I don't really care. Like, you knew he was. You said he was athletic. Y'all wasn't nervous about each other physicals. Y'all do. Y'all had little hints throughout the first 3 episodes. Like, look, I'm in good shape. Anyway, when she did that little walk, when she got up and was like, "Let me show you what I'm working with," I'm like, yo, like, yeah, woo. Anyway, congratulations to them and their black love. And I was a hater. I was a hater all the way through the episode. If you go back and look at the other episodes, I was hating. She tripping. Then he was yelling. Then I'm on board now. I don't have the animosity no more. Okay. Let's see who else. I'm very interested to see who Jeramay picks. I can't get a read on him. I really don't know because like he's absorbing what they're saying, but he's not saying anything back between Laura and Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann has actually opened up a little bit more. Of course, every episode somebody has to cry, so she started crying a little bit as she's doing a little painting and stuff like that. And it's funny, Jeramay was just sitting back. He was literally sitting back, like I'm like with both of them, like dude. And then Laura had a little cry session, and I really don't I don't know what's going to happen. That's going to be the next step. That's going to be interesting. Ken and Britt's first look was so awesome. I was wondering if they was going to be the same height or not. I didn't know what was going to happen, but then when I saw them heels Britt was wearing, I was like, "Oh, you short." Britt like 5'1", like she's short. But I'm very happy for Ken and Britt. There's nothing more to say. And I will make sure I'll make a little short to say how happy I am for them because they don't, as far as episode 4, they don't get enough credit for really being in tune with their values and the calmness that they have amongst each other. I want calmness in my life. But anyway, Jimmy and Jessica. Jessica at first when she told her how much like she sent that letter to Jimmy when they were in the pod and she was all calm and she was like, take your time. I don't want you to pick if you're not ready and everything. And Jimmy was like, yeah, I'm not sure yet. She turned into the thing in between butt cheeks. She turned into an asshole. She was like, what do you mean you don't know? I told you everything. Wait, you just said like literally 30 seconds ago, you understand if I need to figure out what I want to do. And Jimmy did the right mature thing, but like, I'm not sure yet. Jimmy never called nobody name. Jimmy never, he even told Chelsea when he met with her later, like, hey, I didn't give nobody a gift. I ain't saying nothing yet because I need to be sure. I have to be sure. And where Chelsea understood, Jessica was ready to chop his head off. You wasted my time. I'm getting kind of fast forward, but she wasted my time. How dare you? You regret this for the rest of your life. I was like, oh, this is who you are as a real person. That's why you ain't got no man, because you're really mean to people. At first, you get this thought that, oh, it's because she leads. It's like, no, she don't know how to talk to people when they have a difference of opinion, or like Jimmy said, he needs somebody to lift him up. Jimmy likes to lead, but also he needs somebody that when the things get a little bit rocky, that they can help focus. In relationships, you'll get into rocky situations, and you want the person like, what do you mean you don't know what you're trying to do? And that's what messed her up. I understood when Laura was like, hey, I'm trying to be your friend. Just don't. You need to leave. But Jessica was so petty. She's like, I'm gonna cuss him out before I leave, or I'm a dog. Like just be really mean to him. And he was a gentleman and heard all that. Look, gentlemen. The things men got to do. When Jessica was chewing out Jimmy and he's just listening, all I kept on thinking is, if a man talked with the same venom and anger, the volume of how insulting he would be to a woman would be so disrespectful. People like, how dare you talk to a woman like that? But in traditional standards, everybody, a man has to typically let a woman get all that out. Because if we talk like how they talk when they get upset, you dang there look like an abuser, and all you did was say some words. So, hey, guess what, Jessica? You're coming there in search of a husband and hoping, but you were never ever guaranteed that. And instead of being mature and being like, okay, she instead of being mature and understanding that, you chose to be really mean and disrespectful when he wasn't disrespectful, and you knew the whole premise of it is you might talk to a couple of people, and it might be up to the last minute where you really try to decide. And what he tried to express was, I was really debating, but when you did what you did, it made me think, okay, I should lean towards Chelsea. She's like, you already decided. It was like, and she confirmed it, how she acted. Let me take a moment for a second. I really appreciate how Trevor, this episode is episode 4, how Trevor and Jimmy were like, look, we both want Chelsea. We'll respect each other as men. As people, as competitors. There's an old school phrase that nobody says. Do you ever hear somebody say, "Oh, I like to court. I'm courting." Somebody's like, "What's courting?" Google it. That's what it is. When you're courting, you're courting somebody. That means you're trying to get a woman's hand in marriage in order to build and become one and have family and everything else. I respect that. I'm very terrified because I saw the title of the next episode called "She Lied." I'm freaking out about that. Let me see. I got my notes pulled up right here. That's it. Yeah. Right. I mean, we've kind of whittled down all the way to the last to everybody. It's pretty much done. The next episode is going to be very interesting. I don't know what Jeramy's going to do. I don't know what Trevor and Jimmy's going to do. Wait, hold up. There's still like 2 or 3 women in the pod. I'm like, who y'all talking to? I'm like, I ain't even seen it. This was wild. We're getting to the point where you're like, wait a minute, should we go to the real world? Then you look around, you're like, who's Mackenzie? Who this other chick? Or who this other person? who are these other, like, and the editing is so good, they bring them in and then they take them out and you're like, wait, who the partners are talking to? Like, I don't know who else is in here trying to get married. So it's very, I can't wait to see the other people, because I feel like there's maybe one or two more couples we haven't seen. I'll say a ridiculous side effect of everything. This show is really making me consider going out and going to like speed dating or get-togethers for singles. And I'm like, well, maybe I need, like, because I keep to myself. I ain't dated in a while. I had my heart broken. It's a long story. I will never tell that story online. Shout out to that person. I know you had to do what you had to do. And I held out hope that maybe we could reconnect. But that's not on me. You chose what you chose. I have to respect that. But now I'm just like, I gotta live my life. I mean, that's the thing about love. Uh, the scary thing about it is it's two individuals becoming one. I mean, even saying before marriage, or even date a girlfriend and boy, it's two individuals, and that person always has to choose you. You have to always choose them. And when it doesn't work out and they choose another and they're gone and you feel like this empty void and you just feel this weird kind of like you're just sitting in it. And you're like, no, they'll come back. They could, but they might come back 3 years from now. So like there's so many different stories of like, oh, we broke up and 10 years later, 5 years later. And it's like, but you still got to live your life. It's so weird. But it hasn't kind of inspired me to try to move on in life. Even though I don't want to. I should edit this all out, but I'm not. So I'm going on to the next episode. I'm Cincinnati Man. You know, interesting times. Take on. Oh, take on. What the fuck? Take care. Oh shit! I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. Have my notes pulled up. Wait.